So Matt Smith was a guest at the Winter London Comic Con, and he had some interesting things to say, specifically about how there were so many scenes cut from House of the Dragon involving his character, something I've covered before on the channel, but one person asked him specifically about that Rhaenyra choking scene because it felt a little weird and out of character, and Matt said that he and Emma felt it was weird and were confused by it, but ultimately did it anyway because it's their job. Now, I've spoken to several of the people in attendance, and they all corroborated that he gave off the feeling that both he and Emma Darcy were blindsided by this, almost as if the writers put it in at the last minute. Now, of course, this isn't confirmed until we get word from the writers of the showrunners themselves, but it does make sense considering many scenes were cut, moved around, or outright omitted from the final script, especially ones involving Daemon. As some of you may know, there was a very credible leaker who basically got almost all of the entire first season correct before it even came out, with some additions later confirmed by deleted scenes, and the fact that the original script was much different. One example is Emily Carey's admission that Alicent was originally in love with Christian Cole. Obviously, this did not make it into the final script, but it is interesting that it was ever considered. With all that in mind, it's possible that the writers changed up Daemon's actions last minute for some random reason because him choking Rhaenyra wasn't in the original script, and based off Matt's response here, it felt like it was a last minute addition. I don't want to say that writers really have it out for the character and want you to really hate him, but it is starting to feel that way, especially after we found out later on that Daemon originally stayed with Rhaenyra after the death of their child in episode 10 and comforted her. This was removed in favor of him going to the beach and mourning. Once again, a scene of him being a good person is removed in favor of some edgy emo bullshit, which falls in line with some of the weird decisions made to the character, like that time they removed him hugging his kids after their mother's death. Once again, I don't want to point fingers at any one specific writer or showrunner, but I am curious as to why they felt the need to make the character a jerk when he wasn't originally written that way. What do you guys think?